Alright, hello there everyone, this is Kingdom, and we're bringing you today another game from CEVO's Dota 2 League, Season 1. This is Dr. Rosh versus G3. I've never actually cast for either of these teams before, so I'm excited to see how both of these teams do. I really got almost no way to tell which team's going to come out on top, who's going to play better today, so I'm about as new to this as probably most of you guys are. So, right now, just go ahead and take the match as it comes, I guess. So I looked at the prediction page for this match on CEVO. They've got a cool prediction thing. I'm not exactly sure how it works or what's going on, but it says 60% of people, I don't know how many people that is, 60% of people favor Dr. Rosh. I don't know if you can vote for them if you're on their team or anything like that, but at any rate, whatever. We've seen Invoker ban out actually here in the first ban phase. It's kind of surprising. Invoker has not really been getting a lot of bans. Perhaps Dr. Rosh know the G3 players a little better than I do and know that they've got a really good Invoker player, because other than that, I can't imagine why you would pick, at least why you would first pick Invoker in the current meta game. It's not typically done. I mean, they still, after the base damage nerf, he's a little bit harder to lane. And he still has a lot of game impact, especially if it goes later on. He's able to get enough levels for all of his spells to come into strong usage, but it's not always that way. It doesn't always get that lucky, get that many levels, so a very counterable hero. But I guess Dr. Rosh decided he deserved a ban, and so banned he is. Darkseer will be their first pick. Definitely worth that pick. He's still in that first ban tier all the time. So definitely a very strong hero, doing a lot of work. Queen of Pain and Shadow Demon are the pickups here, counter picks from G3. Queen of Pain, strong solo mid hero, also a capable offlaner with that blink to escape, can get some farm up that way, especially in a 1v1 matchup. She really dominates most lanes, plenty of base damage. Shadow Strike, of course, extremely ignoring spell, and Shadow Demon's probably one of the more popular supports these days. I'm seeing him a lot, pro scene as well, all the way down to normal, this level, so I want to say like semi-pro scene. With a disruption, of course, incredibly strong spell in terms of setting up ganks as well as defensively. Purge, Demonic Purge goes through BKB, and BKB carries are really popular in the current metagame, so definitely, as a result, a very strong hero. And, of course, he's got all kinds of, and he's got plenty of laning presence. Soul Catcher, of course, big damage buffs, so strong hero, good pickup. It gives them, you can't really tell anything about lineups in general yet. Wait for a couple more picks before I can start talking about what teams are using what strategies and stuff like that. So, in the downtime until such point where I can really analyze strategy, I just want to say that the Paper Mario icon that Dr. Rosh has is pretty freaking sweet. I mean, seriously, it's like freaking Mario. It's about as good as it gets. He's like doing the cute little jump punch thing. He's got the little paper smile on his face. Dr. Rosh, you gotta pick up the Jakiro as well as a Kunkka, so wow. Off-kilter picks coming right out of the beginning. Jakiro Darkseer is already a pretty standard decision combo there. That Ice Path on vacuum into Ice Path into Macro Pyre, of course, a very strong combination with Kunkka on top of that, with a boat dropping in on top of that Ice Path where everyone's lined up. Another torrent to land there. All of those AoE spells are suddenly a lot easier to hit, and that splash damage from Kunkka's sword can rip things up. So we'll have to see how well that Kunkka does, if he gets a good start. If so, this could be a pretty freaking exciting game. Luna's the pickup on the other side, so hard carry decision already made by pretty much both teams. I think Kunkka's probably going to be the primary farmer for Dr. Rosh. You don't really... He can kind of function as a semi-carry if he's got a lane that he can farm by himself, but he can't really solo mid against the co-op, because that Shadow Strike is just going to be a little bit too much. So with that, Dr. Rosh are definitely going for a team fight kind of strat. So they're going to ban out other big team fight ultimates. So that Invoker ban makes a little bit more sense then, although I think it probably could have waited to the second round. Tidehunter gets banned out as well. Probably see something like an SK Enigma, those kinds of bans also. Support, really all that G3 now is lacking is a support in an off-lane hero. so those are also probably going to be bans. I don't know, they seem to be banning carries as well, so possibly thinking Luna might be solo mid, I guess. I don't really understand Dr. Rosh's logic behind this. Luna's typically the hard carry, and she doesn't really share farm very well. She's like one of those non-team players that doesn't play with the team. You know, just one of those things. So we're going to have to see bans continue to come out. Panda next ban out by G3, so that's going to be their... They don't want a strong solo mid to go against their Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain needs to be able to have a pretty good early game, get into position, and beat stuff down so that the mid game is strong, where Luna can throw down her ultimate, win team fights, push out stuff, you know, all that kind of fun stuff. And Lycanthrope banned too by Dr. Rosh, so I'm really kind of confused about their banning strategies here. I agree with the Tidehunter ban, but I'm not so sure about the Sven. And Lycan? I mean, I guess you can play the Lycan. He's pretty strong if he can lane well enough, and he can... And if he can... Actually, I need to do this thing I forgot to do. I forgot to put the delay up, so I have to do that.
10 seconds remaining.
Cool. Delay.
5 seconds remaining.
Okay, with delay on. Sorry. Now that that's fixed,
Reserve time.
that should go ahead and yeah, okay, we're good. Delay's fixed up. Forgot to do that. My bad. With that done, you can see that. I mean, Night Stalker's final ban on here for G3, so it's gonna be a lot of mid-game oriented team fights. So it's probably gonna be a pretty exciting game to watch. That Quap Ultimate, Luna Ultimate, Shadow Demon Ultimate. I'm sorry, not Shadow Demon. Kunkka Ultimate, as well as the Darkseer and Jakiro and Shadow Demon spells, all kind of hit and get to their peak effectiveness right around the same time. I would say probably 20-25 minute mark, because it's all a lot of big magic damage ultimates, stunning ultimates. So it's going to be one heck of a mid game with team fights going both ways, provided the early game is fairly even. So really going to be a lot of positioning, a lot of team fight application, and teamwork is going to decide this game in that mid game. So Coddle picked up now by Dr. Rosh, making it all the way through to the second phase. Typically he's either banned or picked, but hey, pretty good hero. He's going to give them a little bit more magic damage on top of a little bit of global presence, and actually that mana drain can be pretty annoying for heroes who are mana dependent, like the Luna, like the Quap, and like the Shadow Demon. So pretty good pickup. I like him a lot. That ultimate, of course, is able to do a lot of work in team fights with the blinding light, with all of that fun stuff. So that should definitely do a lot of work. Bounty Hunter, again, another hero who doesn't typically make it through to the second ban phase. That's going to be the off lane then for G3. Surprised that didn't get banned out. I would have banned that out myself, but you know, I don't argue. I don't get to do the picking. I just get to do the talking. Waiting for two more picks here, and Faceless Void's pickup. Okay, so they are going to go for a dual. So I guess the Kunkka is going to be solo mid, Darkseer off lane, and then you got a tri-lane with the Jakiro, Coddle, and Faceless Void for your Dr. Rosh. So your lanes are pretty much worked out there. Faceless Void is really locked into that safe lane. He's not the kind of carry who can go onto that long, aggressive tri-lane very well, because he doesn't really offer that much. His time walk is slow, granted, but it doesn't really have that big of an effect. It's a low slow. I think it's only like what? Yeah, it's only a 40% at level 4. Lena's the last pickup here for G3, so it looks like they can G3 on the other hand can definitely aggressive tri-lane. Shadow Demon disruption, followed up by Lena stun, followed up by a Luna nuke, or a Luna nuke to get into range for the Shadow Demon disruption. You know, all that kind of stuff lends the Radiant G3 tri-lane a pretty scary killing potential. You can put the Bounty Hunter safe lane or solo mid, and the Quap in either of the safe lane solo mid as well. So it does look like G3 will probably run an aggressive tri-lane. I can definitely be wrong there. It's my best guess though. So just waiting for TNR there to pick up a hero, and we can go ahead and get started. Alright, let's go ahead and introduce these players. We've got Soviet Spy Crab on the Kunkka, Trainer Yellow on the Jakiro. I have a Dream, I guess. I don't know if that's his normal name. That might just be from Martin Luther King Day. On the Faceless Void, Gore Steps on the Dark Seer, and MJM Fighter on this Coddle. That is Dr. Rosh's squad for you there. On the Radiant side instead, looks like this will be a defensive tri-lane actually, so we're not going to see tri-lane versus tri-lane. It's going to be Modest on the Luna, Skangus on the Lena, Nasty Plot on the Shadow Demon, TNR on the Queen of Pain, and up here on the long lane Meditate on the Bounty Hunter. So we will not be seeing tri-lane versus tri-lane. Actually, is this going to be an off-lane Coddle with, I guess, Darkseer in the jungle? Going to, if Bounty Hunter's probably going to come get a ward off here and prevent the pull camp from being used. Yeah, he's going to come around, make sure he's safe to do it first. He's got plenty of time, he's invisible, he can do that kind of stuff. It's one of the benefits of being Bounty Hunter, is you get to go invis and check out stuff like that, so always good. Helps out a lot. You see defensive ward being placed by the Dire, but I do not think there will be any engagement. Actually, they are going to see the Bounty Hunter, but I don't think they've got any sentry wards. No, they do not have any sentries. They do ping it, say he's there. He is going to go ahead and drop off an observer ward, which will block the pull camp from spawning. But that's going to be the end of all of that playfulness up at the top lane. He has been pulled regen, I'm pretty sure here. He's got the Poor Man Shield, GG Brand's Tango, as well as an Observer Ward, so one of the supports bought him at least some of those items. Now, so this game, so instead of tri-lane versus tri-lane, it's going to be a little bit more of farming action into the early game. We're going to see, because neither Bounty Hunter nor Coddle can really prevent the carry from getting farmed. Looks like we're going to see a mid lane immediate gank, perhaps, against this Kunkka. Both Radiant supports rotated there with the DD room, but doesn't look like they're able to make anything happen. He backed off. Now they're going to come bottom lane, and there's no ward protecting this Coddle, so he could be in a lot of trouble using the last of his mana for a second blast. He has to back off now because if Shadow Demon gets into range, he's not going to though. Looks like Coddle will be able to make it out just in time. Lena playing around back here, stacking some creeps up so that she'll be able to pull and deal some damage. Top lane, do we have a sentry? We see Void jumping forward, but I don't see any detection here. Stun will go down, but that's going to be about it. There is no invis detection, so Bounty Hunter is still pretty safe. In fact, he's going to hang around, not afraid at all, going right up, getting last hits and taking a little bit of damage. There's lots of pings coming down. Pink is like, hey, why aren't we going here? We're getting some damage. Damage is going to get dropped. Oh, Ice Path is going to miss, however. And so Bounty Hunter will be completely fine for now. He's definitely got a lot of ability to stay in this lane, as there is still no detection on the Dire side. Only, yeah, just that Observer Ward. No sentries yet. So once we see some sentries, we might be able to get a kill there. Otherwise, Void is going to keep having his farm hampered, because this Bounty Hunter has been able to do a lot of work so far. Despite spamming Ice Path, he's really had a lot of opportunity to really do whatever he wants in this lane so far. Already level 3, I believe. Yeah, he's up to level 3, outlaning both the Void and the Jakiro, and that's really not good. You really have to be able to push out that off-lane hero, keep him down, prevent him from getting levels. Like, that's exactly what's happening on this bottom lane. Coddle is still only level 1. Granted, so are the Radiant supports, but they're doing their best to maintain this distance, keeping Coddle all the way back here behind this line, away from any EXP. And this is done, of course, they've had a stack that's been stack pulled, so keeping the creep wave back that way, and just constant pressure from these supports with the threat of a disruption, a stun, and Luna coming in. Coddle's going to channel a blast, try to catch the Luna. Unfortunately, there's a ward right here spotting him out, so he's really not able to get it off. And now he's got absolutely zero mana. Creep wave will push out a little bit, so he ought to be able to get some experience from this. Get his level 2 up. Yeah, there's the level 2, so he now does have Chakra Magic, and with that up, he'll be able to give himself some more mana and be able to do a little bit more in the lane. Lena going forward. Yep, there's the Chakra. Just going to give himself some mana slowly. It's only 75 extra mana at level 1. Top lane, we're still going to see Bounty Hunter having a pretty good time. Already up to level 4. Another jump forward from the Void. Not going to get the slow on to Meditate. He's going to be able to back off and actually just trade a couple hits. Ice Path missing again. Really not having any luck with that skill this time. And Bounty Hunter is really going to continue to get farm. He's actually up to 10 last hits already. Void only at 7. So Bounty Hunter actually winning this lane at the moment. If maybe they can get a kill off on him, it'll be a little bit better. Darkseer has not been able to rotate. In fact, Darkseer comes down to the bottom lane to try and help out the Coddle get a little bit of lane control here and slow down the Luna. Coddle might even rotate back up to the top lane now that Darkseer is here. Luna going ahead farming up. She is up to 5 kills. I'm sorry, level 5. Don't know where I got the kills from. She has also got Tranquil Boots, 500 gold, and 20 last hits, so not quite winning the last hit game. Quap is getting more last hits in the mid lane because this Kunkka really is not going to have a good time on this lane here. Only 4 last hits on him. You really can't get close to the lane because that Shadow Strike is such an annoying skill. Even with that Tidebringer doing as much harass as he can. Bounty Hunter gets a first blood against the Jakiro on the top lane. I apologize for missing that. It's not a cast if I don't miss the first blood. Void gonna try to trade it up with the Bounty Hunter, but not winning the fight. Bounty Hunter chasing now. Backtrack up on Void. Only 1 point, not enough to dodge enough of these hits. Bounty Hunter now is low. He's gonna go ahead, pop a Salvin and Viz, and be absolutely fine. Definitely doing an excellent job on this top lane. Level 5 already, up on him. 600 gold, so he's going to go ahead and get a very early phase boots, and that's going to definitely allow him to just continue to dominate on this top lane, chasing in, not afraid at all, because he's already gotten himself this much lane control. Void, only level 3, Jakiro, level 3, and they're really not able to do anything about it. Quap on the mid lane has a little bit of engagement against this Kunkka. About to get a pause here, it looks like, waiting for the pause to come. Yep, there's the pause. Quap again, winning pretty decisively mid against Kunkka, and apparently Kunkka's happy about it, Queenie. I just have to wait to see what he says here. Yeah, 33-6, that's really not how you want your mid lane to go. And while I really like the kind of audacious pick here that Kunkka is, he really is a kind of a steamroll hero, and he needs to get that good start. And right now he's really, unfortunately, not being able to get it. He's only got 2 gauntlets, doesn't have boots yet even, no bottle either, so not able to roam with that. See a ping going down, probably sensed that ward out. In the bottom lane, we are seeing Coddle. He's up to level 2 now, got a last hit. He's been spamming his blast probably as much as he can, just to slow down the Luna and keep the lane. I guess it does keep the lane pushed up against the tower, but at the same time it damages her, keeps her from farming as much as she'd like to. She does have the Tranquil, but it's not going to be enough to stay in lane against a Coddle blasting. I'm on a boat. Darkseer level 3 already. So 2 points into the Iron Chest, so he will be able to do a little bit of work in this bottom lane, trying to slow down. I mean, really, it's just slowing down the Luna's farm, because Void cannot carry the Luna, provided he can get this farm up. He only has 10 last hits now, though, 5 minutes in, because of the amount of work that this Bounty Hunter's been doing. So we're going to go ahead and see this on pause here. Kunkka running back. He's only level 5, not quite to the boat that he's been threatening in chat, but I'm assuming it'll happen soon. Queen of Pain, on the other hand, is up to level 6, so she's got an ultimate, and if Kunkka's not careful, he can get bursted down pretty easily. Queen of Pain just continue to absolutely own the lane, and really this laning phase not going well. Bounty Hunter gonna come in. He's actually gonna trap Jakiro into these trees. Jakiro not able to get out. He's gonna throw down an ice path. Bounty Hunter backing off. Track down on Jakiro. Bounty Hunter's going to do what he can do to get a kill here. Luna on the bottom lane. Just killing Keeper of the Light, but I'm not watching that at the moment. Slow down. Luna actually double kill. There's a Shuriken. Not enough damage. He needs one more right click. Janata's going to get him the kill there. Bounty Hunter gets another kill in the top lane. 2 kills bottom. So this game just going absolutely in favor of G3. Meditate just completely owning this off lane. Faces Void up to 1,000 gold, so he will probably be able to get an item in the near future. Kunkka, the only hero who's not lost a kill in his lane. However, he has basically given Queen of Pain free farm. Queen of Pain up to 41 last hits in 6 minutes, which is about as many as you can ask for. Faceless Void actually going to fall as well to the Bounty Hunter. No! Backtrack saving his life so far. One last right click will get it down, but Bounty Hunter may die himself. He's getting pretty low. No, the tower will not be able to bring him down. He's just going to go ahead and probably TP out of there. Doesn't need to stick around. He's already got a finished phase boot. Cuddle getting chased away. Got disrupted there on the mid lane. He's going to have to do some work here in the mid lane. Oh no, Kunkka's about to fall as well. He's going to fall to the Queen of Pain in the mid lane. Advisorin used to pick that one off. So 6-0 lead right now for G3. Definitely on top of this game. Not even... I mean, I can look at the XP and gold graphs right now, but I mean, it's not like I'm telling you anything new. 5,000 up on each of them. So G3 dominating this early game. Double kill already up on the Luna, so she's up to 800 gold and a Ring of Aquila, so she's going to have whatever item she wants to go first. She's going to have it very early. Already max Lucent Beam and 2 points into the Lunar Blessing to help her last hit, hitting for over 100 damage 7 minutes into the game. That's scary. I mean, this is going to, unless like you can get a really good team fight off where Faceless Void throws down that Chronosphere. Once he gets it, he's still only level 4. Bounty Hunter just going to walk straight in, doesn't even care, just going to drop some right clicks onto the Coddle, kill him straight out, unable to slow him down, still no detection on any of these heroes. I mean, Jakir just possibly has the money. He's got 600 gold in the bank. He really needs to get that, just needs to get those wards up, those sentry wards, so that this Bounty Hunter cannot have free reign like this. He's already 4-0 on an off-lane Bounty Hunter against a dual lane. Just some sentries would have shut that down, but unfortunately, no sentries have been purchased, and Bounty Hunter's going to continue to have as much fun as he wants up on this top lane, already critting for 300 damage, almost here. Just very few minutes into the game. Invisrune on Queen of Pain, she's going to go back in onto the Kunkka. Kunkka backing off because he knows the Invisrune was there. Smartly, he's got a boat up, so if he can hit this boat, and we can get some vacuum team fight. Ice Path gonna miss. Bounty Hunter continuing to chase. Void right-clicking it out. He's gonna have to jump away in the near future. No, doesn't use the jump. It was on cooldown. No clue why that jump did not get off, but it was not there. And so, as a result, Void is down again. 0-2 on him. Bounty Hunter 5 kills already, and 1,000 gold up on him. So he's gonna go straight. Looks like he's going for. Not going for a Battle Fury, not the aggressive build that he could have gone for. He's gone ahead and gotten himself a Morbid Mask, so this means that he can basically just die this, because every time he crits, he's going to heal half of his health back up. Gets another kill against the Jakiro, who just cannot kite quite enough. Track movement speed bonus, just a little too OP. TP down now. Bounty Hunter's going to TP out, heal back up, and then probably come to the bottom lane where he can go ahead and get a push off. I mean, it's all the pushing that they need. Ping there onto the side. I do not believe anyone's there. Cuddle is backed off. Looks like the push will be going bottom lane in the near future. Luna with 2,000 gold in the bank, channeled. Coddle Blast gonna channel. Luna will back off in time though, so she should be fine. Coddle's still only level 4. We look at levels here really quickly, and you can see that it's an absolutely favoring the Radiant right now. Their lowest, Lena and Shadow Demon, are equivalent levels of Faceless Void, who's just really having a terrible time on this lane. And Coddle also level 4. Darkseer's doing a little better. He's gotten himself some experience. And it looks like now Invisible Bounty Hunter is going to come in. The Kunkkas might not be long for life. There's a burst in. Tons of burst damage coming down here. They could even drop off a scream if they wanted to. Not even going to need the Sonic Wave at all. Picked off. Bounty Hunter now 7 kills in the hole for him. So I don't know, what is that? Wicked's chick? Monster kill? He's going to go back up top and probably do the same thing. Go Invis here. Run right up. Doesn't need to be afraid of anything. Baseless Void still in level 5. No Chronosphere to save his life. Both these guys are going to back up to the tower in a dual lane. I mean, this is just the amount of lane control that this Bounty Hunter has gained for himself in this lane. He's going to come back in the last hit. Now that, without even having shown his face, he's chased the Void as well as Jakiro out of lane. Lena and Queen of Pain together are going to push this mid lane out, possibly get a tier 2 tower here. Looks like the Dire want a team fight in the middle. However, there are not many team fight ultimates up. Only the, I mean, of course, Darkseer has not taken a point of wall yet. There is a boat, so there's a chance that with a vacuum, a good boat, you can get a good team fight off. Looks like they want to go in for this. Jakiro is there as well with the Ice Path, so there's plenty of team fight potential. It's just got to land, and it's got to be all absolutely perfect, because otherwise there's just a little bit too much of a lead. Quab going to take the blast to the face. Faceless Void as well as Jakiro coming around. Ice Path going to be a little bit slow. Missing the Quab. She'll be able to make it out just fine. In the meantime, the bottom lane, Luna's going to be pushing it out. Couple points up into Glaives already, so those bounces are going to clear out the creep wave as well as damage the tower. That's doing a lot of work for this Radiant squad. They'll be able to push out pretty quickly. And really at this point, not that much the Dire can do about the pushing. G3 just having a great time with this early game so far. Shadow Demon already with enough levels to be spanning some Shadow Poison. He's a little low now, taking some creep damage, but he'll be alright. He can back off. He's got 1,000 gold up already, so he has mana boots. Very early items going the way of the Radiant as well because of this lane control that they've gotten from winning basically every lane. They've got that. They've already got practically an Orchid up on the Queen of Pain. You've got a Vlad's up already on the Bounty Hunter as well as a Medallion, and Drums up on the Luna, so plenty of items. Early mid-game items, not even bothering to rush the late-game items. They've just got enough of a lead that they feel that they can do this right now. They don't have to save up for the late game, I guess. So plenty of items here. Queen of Pain really is the most farm hero on the map right now. In terms of last hits, I believe. Yeah, she's 84, only one above the Luna. Luna going ahead, and she's pushing all the way to tier 2. She's gonna attempt a wraparound gank here, but of course Bounty Hunter is in the mix, showing everyone who they are. Luna's just gonna come right in, see the entire enemy team. She's gonna drop the ultimate. Bounty Hunter comes in as well, so massive Luna ultimate, gonna catch almost everyone. Not level 2, only level 1, but it's gonna be enough to get a double kill. Here comes a boat, gonna actually run into a lot. Looks like Kunkka might be able to pick up the Luna, but no, he backs off. Not enough damage. This is actually gonna end up being a team wipe. 5 dead right there. That Luna ultimate, 2 OP, 1 click, GG, man. Come on. Ice Frog nerf pulls. And with that, the tier 2 bottom is gonna get pushed out. Bounty Hunter rotating right up in there to take out this creep wave, with the rest of the Radiant team pushing in as well. Bounty Hunter, of course, with the Vlads, is able to stay alive and tank the tower pretty well. Armor buff as well as the lifesteal, working out pretty much in his favor. Coddle Blast going to come in to clear out the creep wave, but it's kind of just delaying the inevitable at this point. 15,000 gold lead and similar experience lead. 15 minutes into the game, we're going to be seeing Raxes in the near future. Quap already with the Orchid finished, and another 700 gold. Bounty Hunter sitting here in lane, not even afraid. Whole enemy team right there. Nothing that they can really do about it. Without Faceless Void, doesn't even have his ultimate. Still level 5. Chikiro level 5. Coddle only level 5. So none of those big ultimates, which if they were leveled up, would have a massive effect on this mid game, but instead just really not able to get the space. Rosh is getting pressured right now by the Radiant. They ought to be able to take this before Dire can even get close, but even if they can get close, they've got no Void ultimate. They've got no... Actually, Boat is on cooldown. Boat has a very short cooldown, only 60 seconds at level 1, so you could throw a Boat in there, but it's too late now. Bounty Hunter actually picking up the Aegis. Doesn't feel the need to give it to Luna. Luna just decides she's survivable enough. Void gonna get bursted down. Boat comes in. Lots of burst damage. Bounty Hunter solo. Splash just not gonna finish him off. 18 HP, 20 HP. He's gonna go ahead and heal up. He's got the regen from the Vlads, so picking up some HP pretty quickly. He can just go critic creep and get back up to 200 health probably. Possibly even like 400 health. He's got the damage for that. 3,000 gold on him. We're gonna have to see what item he builds. It's not really gonna matter. He can just pick up anything. He can pick up like a freaking Abysmal Blade, and it would probably work out. Because at this point, the levels, you can just see, I mean, it's not even close. Just none of those ultimates, which the Dire needs so badly. Void comes back in. He has the Morbid Mask. I'll give him that. No boots, just a Morbid Mask, and 2 points into backtrack, so he's a little bit survivable. If he can get an ultimate off, he might be able to do some damage, but it's 16-0. He's got everything stacked against him. It's going to take a couple incredible plays, brilliantly, perfectly orchestrated team fights, in order for the Dire to really come back at this point. And I don't know if I see it coming. I would like it to happen because I like watching epic comebacks, but I really don't know if I can count on it. So we'll have to see. Seeing Luna's going ahead, pushing out close to that bottom tier 3 tower. While the rest of his team is pushing the mid lane. Luna, of course, already up to a Yasha after that drum. Manta, actually, she's got the ultimate orb as well, so only 500 short of a Manta. 16 minutes in, on top of the drum and everything else. Looks like Coddle's going to get silenced up. Quap coming in, that's going to get a kill with the poison damage without even the need to chase. With that pick off, looks like the push is going to go onto this mid tier 2 tower. Top lane, Ping's going up onto the high ground as Lena's going ahead and chasing solo. She's level 7, going to catch the silence there. Faceless Void still only level 5. Quat picks off the Darkseer. Now it looks like there goes the Faceless Void. He's down. Boat comes in. It's not going to be enough. Dual Jakiro's throwing down the dual breath, but again, not going to be enough. He's got the Cocoa Rum on him, so he's got a bit of a move speed buff, and taking the only half damage, but not going to be able to save anything. Void, still only level 5. Jakiro is level 6 now, dropped off his ultimate, doesn't have any mana to do it again, despite the low cooldown. Coddle, of course, typically able to keep his team at full mana. 3 points into Chakra Magic already, but he's only just barely level 6 himself, so Void coming forward, just trying to leech experience, do anything he can to get to the point where he can cast an ultimate and just do something to make a team fight go their way. Still 0 kills for the Dire. They have not managed to pick off a Radiant hero once. Up on the top lane, Bounty Hunter pushes out by himself. He's got an Eagle Song straight up, possibly going for the Butterfly. I mean, at this point he could buy an E-Blade if he wanted to, and it would probably work out just as well. I mean, I guess he's got like the magical burst damage, like E-Blade plus Shuriken Toss. I guess that's a cool combo. That can work, right? It's a thing? I don't know. We'll find out if it's a thing. About to happen right now. Mid lane, we see another 3 Radiant heroes. 2 on the top lane. Looks like there's going to be an engagement on the top lane. Jakira's going to throw down that ice. Actually, Bounty Hunter could be the first Radiant hero to fall. He's very low. Might go down to the Jakiro dual breath. No, survives 5 HP. Comes right back in, not afraid. Gonna go ahead and throw a Shuriken Toss and possibly even get a kill with 30 HP. Gonna dodge the Kunkka boat. Oh, no, he's got an Aegis. Who does it matter? Still 0 kills for the Dire. He's just trying to get rid of his Aegis at this point. Coddle throwing down some blast, trying to slow down the push. It's not going to be enough. It will drop the siege tower, but there's still more Radiant creeps coming. There is no mech yet on the Radiant team. Vit booster up on the Lina, as well as Queen of Pain got a new item yet? No, just 5,000 gold. No big deal. She can get herself a Ghanem Scepter if she wants it. She can get any number of things. See a Quarterstaff coming in, probably for the Bounty Hunter. Finish off his Butterfly in the near future. Top tower has not been pushed yet. The Radiant really taking their time, not pushing this out, not trying to force it at all. They've got the advantage, don't want to make any mistakes, because there is now a Faceless Void ultimate up, as well as a Mask of Madness. So Faceless Void might be able to do some damage under his ultimate. If he can get a good ultimate off, that could possibly be game breaking. Followed up with a Kunkka Splash, as well as a boat for continued stun. You've got your Jakiro ultimate on top of that Void ultimate doing a lot of damage. So there's a Coddle Blast and a Vacuum from the Darkseer. So a lot of opportunity there for the Dire to take a team fight if they can get all of their spells off like they want them to do. It's gonna be a gigantic if, though. Luna playing incredibly aggressively, coming forward here. Already level 14 up on her Manta style, completed another 2,000 gold in the bank. So items really not falling in the favor of the Dire. Torrent's going to hit, but it's not going to do enough to slow down this creep wave. Creep wave still coming up the hill. No mechanism yet. We do see the attempt. Butterfly finish on the Bounty Hunter. Sacred Relic up on the Queen of Pain. So that's what she's gone for. Possibly building the Divine. I mean, she's able to. She is pretty survivable. Already 1,000 HP up on her, and got a double damage rune on top of that. So if she gets the Divine with the DD rune, that's probably going to be enough to one-hit any of the enemy team. There goes a Macropyre. No more follow-up, though. Macropyre now on cooldown, so big ultimate combo not quite ready to go. I mean, you still have the Faceless Void ultimate if it can get dropped. Seeing Disruption down there onto the... Is that... No, Luna is a defensive disruption. Void has to jump back out. Torrent miss. And Luna Illusion's just pushing by themselves right now. No big deal. Double damage gets popped on the Queen of Pain. She has 2,300 gold. So she wants the Divine. She's got it now. She's got the gold for it. We'll have to see if she buys it. I believe she'll be. Luna gets a Rod of Atos. No big deal. That is a Divine. Finished on Queen of Pain. So we do have the Divine as well as Atos picked up on the Lina. Atos, of course, is actually a great item on Lina. It's got the slow and makes it easy to land the stun. Gives her HP as well as mana and mana regen. So plus 25 intelligence is not a joke. It even adds right click. I mean, come on, it's everything you want on a Lina. What does Lina want? I mean, hey, about as good as it gets. Gonna see Bounty Hunter continuing to push out the top lane, and just really every lane pushed out, making sure there's absolutely no room for the Dire to get any sort of farm up. Void does now have a Wraith Band on top of that Mask of Madness, so he is hitting for 80, and he will have plus 100 attack speed, but it's still going to be pretty hard for him to do significant amounts of damage, because you see, you've already got the evasion up on the bounty hunter. Luna's pretty tanky with the drum, as well as the she has something else that makes her tanky. I know she does. Take a look. Mana style, of course, and she's got lifesteal as well. So tons of farm up on all of these heroes. Bounty hunter just going aggressively in, diving the tower. This could vacuum in. This bounty hunter could be dead. They're actually going to go ahead and drop the chronosphere for it. And that's going to be the first kill for the Dire. It isn't, however, going to cost them their entire team to do it. Worth it. I mean, at that point, you might as well. Void is just going to trap his entire team there, so Radiant don't even have to set up their ultimates. It's all been done for them. Luna Glave's going to bounce around, take out all of the buildings. Rax is down 22 minutes into the game, and so this game looking pretty over. Mid lane also pushed in. Luna going to come in and go ahead start chipping away at the tower's health, kills the creep wave out pretty quickly, and then head right back up onto the high ground. Quap with that divine still there. Disruption down on somebody. Void gonna get silence. Queen of Pain low. Maybe if you get that Void, a divine rapier, it might do something. Vacuum backwards, and no, doesn't quite have enough to bring down this Queen of Pain. She's still alive. Right clicking, basically one hitting just about everybody. Quap gonna blink forward actually to dodge the boat. Triple kill, beyond godlike. Gonna right click down. Coddle pretty quickly, ultra kill. She's gonna come back for the rampage. Gonna scream, there it is, there's a rampage. Queen of Pain finishes off the entire enemy team just about single-handedly. I mean, she's got a divine after 23 minutes. It's not as if she like did that by skill or anything. Jeez. Fed a little bit.
Dire's structures are fortified.
And so, with that, I mean, it's pretty much game over at this point. I really don't know what Dr. Rosh can do to come back from this. Not really. I mean, it's just that point of the game where you're just like, whatever, hands off the keyboard. I'm just going to try to maybe kill them once before we inevitably lose the throne and forfeit all of our dignity. Kunkka boat coming in, missing completely, looking to see if Kunkka can pick off the Luna. Luna a little bit low, but probably not going to be enough to bring her down. She is pretty tanky, has the Mantis style as well. No, never mind, that's on cooldown. All the drum chargers have been used at this point. Coddle Blast coming through, going to hit a couple people, but Mechanism is up onto that Shatter Demon, so he's going to keep everybody alive. Bounty Hunter getting a little bit low, vacuumed back. Is he going to fall? He's getting really low. No, he's just going to barely survive. Queen of Pain instead gets an ultra kill, and possibly going to dive the Void in the fountain. Might as well. No, instead going to back off. I mean, yeah, Rapier and TD is about as OP as it gets. You don't need anything beyond that. If you get, I mean, seriously, 600 damage, no big deal. I mean, that's not bad. Hitting for 800 right now is Queen of Pain without crits. Probably higher than the Bounty Hunter crit for too, even with a. You see a blink in from the Void. He's going to try to drop an ultimate, but instead he's just going to get disrupted and then immediately right click down. Beyond godlike, throne falls, and that's everything for you. So, thanks for watching, guys. This has been a game from CEVO's Dota 2 League Season 1. A little bit of a, I guess it was a bit of a stomp, but hey, it was fun to watch. So, thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the content, go ahead, like, follow, all that fun stuff. I'll bring you some more games from this tournament, and the other games that I've cast from this tournament have been a lot more epic, so definitely check back and see more games from this tournament. Check them out on the website, CEVO.com, and thanks for watching, guys. This is Kingdom signing out.